You're watching Good Day Austin on Fox 7.
Welcome back to Good Day. Have you been finding yourself a little bit more tired? I know I have at days. A recent study shows the pandemic is seriously impacting a lot of people's sleep patterns, and it's leading to further stress and anxiety. Dr. Eldred Taylor, an author and an expert on functional wellness and anti-aging medicine, joins us live this morning to talk about how the lack of sleep is impacting our health. Good morning, Dr. Taylor. Thanks for being with us.
Good morning. How are you?
Great, thank you. I could use a little bit more sleep. So tell us, doctor, why has the pandemic impacted our sleep patterns?
Well, it's primarily the stress of the pandemic and everything that's going on, the change in schedules, people losing their jobs, having to teach their kids at home. That's stimulating the sympathetic nervous system, the fight or flight nervous system. And it is interested in you surviving. And it wants to keep you alert and be ready for anything that's going on. So that's going to impact your sleep. And then also long term, the daily day and night cycle is affected by something called cortisol. And when you're under chronic stress, your day-night cycle is totally disrupted, and people's schedules are disrupted. They're either waking up earlier because their kids are having virtual learning. They're going to sleep later because they're trying to figure out how to handle all of these things. And so it impacts their sleep because of what's going on. You're being isolated from your friends and family, so that's creating stress and anxiety. And so naturally it's going to affect your sleep, and the less sleep you have, the less you're going to be able to handle the stress because you're tired and fatigued.
Right. Now, you mentioned the sympathetic nervous system. How does sleep impact our health? What's the other component of that, and why does sleep matter?
Well, sleep is when you rejuvenate and you reinvigorate yourself. It's when your immune system is able to work. And we all want our immune system to work in this pandemic. It also affects your weight because when you're not sleeping, cortisol is rampant during the night, and that's causing you to have excess fat. And we all are trying to get over that COVID 20 pounds that we've gained. So sleep is very, very important for your overall health. Not only just the fatigue, but just so that your body can repair itself.
Right. So we've talked a little bit about the why, what's going on with our sleep. So now let's talk about the how. What can we do to improve our sleep?
Well, one thing is at night, don't have a lot of bright lights, don't have your computer on, try not to have your TV on because, again, that disrupts your day-night cycle. Your body sees light all the time, so it doesn't know when to go to sleep. You also don't want to eat big, heavy meals right before you go to bed. I just saw your feature on dancing. That's a way to work off some of that fight or flight. That's you're active, but you don't want to do it too close to going to bed. But if you are feeling anxious, that's one way to relieve stress is with some mild, fun exercise. So those are all things that you can do to try and improve your sleep and get through this thing healthy, wealthy, and wise.
Yeah, absolutely. You mentioned trying not to have those lights. I know a lot of times my husband will say I can't sleep and he'll try to turn the TV on, and I try to tell him not to. What are some other tips to avoid that?
Well, read a book, put on some music, have some ocean sounds in the back, something that's relaxing, that's going to turn on that parasympathetic nervous system that is responsible for rest and digestion, something to calm yourself down. Another thing to do is, because we have such a big to-do list, is release all of that to-do list, actually make a list so that you're not thinking about it all night long and not getting a restful sleep. So unload some of the stress by actually writing it down so you're not ruminating over it all night. So those are all things that you can do to try and improve your sleep quality and sleep quantity.
Okay, perfect. Thank you so much. We are out of time, but thank you so much, Dr. Eldred Taylor, author and expert on functional wellness. Thanks for joining us this morning.
All right. Thank you so much for having me.
Absolutely. Still to come on Good Day, drama.